A serum that costs $3.99 at a grocery store next to the eggs is going head-to-head with a serum that costs $79 at Sephora. Same active ingredient, similar concentration, and reportedly, thousands of shoppers can't tell the difference in a blind test. This is Aldi's skincare line, and it's been quietly embarrassing the beauty industry for years. Number 6. The Lacura Q10 Day Cream. This one runs about $5.99. Q10, or coenzyme Q10, is an antioxidant that shows up in high-end anti-aging creams from brands like No7 and Olay Regenerist, where similar formulas sell for $25 to $30. Aldi's version uses the same active at a comparable percentage, packed into a lightweight, non-greasy base. It's not flashy. There's no viral unboxing moment here. But it does the basic job of a day cream, protect and hydrate, for about a fifth of the price of the drugstore competition, let alone Sephora's shelf. Number 5. The Lacura Hot Cloth Cleanser. This is Aldi's answer to Liz Earle's Cleanse and Polish, a cult classic that's sold in Sephora-adjacent boutiques and beauty counters for around $34. The Aldi version costs $6.99 and comes with its own muslin cloth, just like the original. Same concept. Massage the balm into dry skin, buff it off with warm water and the cloth, and you're left with skin that feels exfoliated without any harsh scrubbing. Beauty forums have been comparing the two side by side since at least 2018, and the general consensus is that the texture and scent are close enough that most people can't pick the $34 one in a blind smell test. Number 4. The Lacura Rose Face Oil. Face oils became a Sephora staple in the mid-2010s, with brands like Sunday Riley and Herbivore charging $50 to $90 for a small bottle of rosehip or rose-based oil. Aldi's Rose Face Oil sells for around $4.99 and uses a similar blend built around rosehip seed oil, which is naturally high in vitamin A and linoleic acid. The ingredient itself isn't rare or expensive to source. What you're paying for at the department store is packaging, brand story, and shelf space in a mall. Strip that away, and the oil in the bottle is doing roughly the same job. That's 4 entries in, and none of these are sponsored placements. Aldi doesn't pay YouTubers to talk about this stuff, which is honestly part of why it took this long to catch on. If breakdowns like this are useful, subscribing helps more of them get made. Number 3. The Lacura Hyaluronic Acid Super Booster. Hyaluronic acid can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water, which is why it became the star ingredient in serums throughout the 2010s. The Ordinary made a low-cost version famous at around $7, and Sephora still sells premium versions from brands like Peter Thomas Roth for $48 and up. Aldi's Super Booster costs $3.99 and uses a similar low molecular weight hyaluronic acid formula, meaning it's designed to actually absorb into skin rather than just sit on the surface. Dermatologists have pointed out for years that hyaluronic acid is one of the least brand-dependent ingredients in skincare, since the raw material is manufactured by a small number of suppliers and sold to hundreds of companies at once. In other words, a lot of these serums, expensive or cheap, may be sourcing the same base ingredient from the same handful of factories. Number 2. The Lacura Retinol Serum, sold under the Rejuvenate line as a night cream. Retinol is the most studied anti-aging ingredient on the market, and Sephora's shelves are full of it, from Rosy to SkinCeuticals, with prices ranging from $20 up to $180 for the higher-end options. Aldi's version costs around $7.99 and lists a retinol concentration comparable to entry-level Rosy products. The catch with retinol, at any price point, is that the ingredient is unstable and breaks down when exposed to light and air, so the real difference between a $180 jar and an $8 bottle often comes down to packaging that limits air exposure, not some secret formula. Aldi's version comes in a pump bottle, which is a better delivery method than a jar, for what it's worth. Reviewers on Our Skincare Addiction have flagged this one repeatedly since it launched in the UK version of the Lacura line, with several noting mild purging in the first 2 weeks, which is a normal reaction to retinol regardless of the brand behind it. Number 1. The Lacura Vitamin C Serum. This is the one that built Aldi's skincare reputation almost by accident. Vitamin C serums exploded in popularity after brands like Drunk Elephant and Sunday Riley pushed C Firma and CEO, both selling for $78 to $80 a bottle at Sephora. Built around L-ascorbic acid, the most effective but also most unstable form of vitamin C. Aldi's version launched in UK stores in 2019 for the equivalent of about $4, using a similar concentration of vitamin C in a dark glass bottle designed to slow down oxidation, since vitamin C degrades fast when exposed to light. Word got out on social media, and stores reportedly started selling out within hours of restocks, with some shoppers reselling bottles online for 2 to 3 times the shelf price. A few independent lab comparisons circulated online showing the Aldi formula and the Drunk Elephant formula had similar pH levels and similar vitamin C stability over a 30-day test window, though neither test was peer-reviewed or conducted by a certified lab. Aldi never advertised any of this. There was no influencer campaign and no press release. It just sat on a shelf between the shampoo and the razors until enough people compared notes and the story wrote itself. The pattern across all 6 of these is the same. The active ingredients, vitamin C, retinol, hyaluronic acid, coenzyme Q10, rosehip oil, aren't proprietary to any single brand. They're raw materials bought from suppliers and formulated into a base cream or serum. What you pay extra for at Sephora is often the packaging, the marketing budget, and the real estate the product occupies in a mall. That doesn't mean every expensive product is a ripoff. Some do have better delivery systems or additional research behind them, but it does mean the price gap is rarely about the ingredient itself. What's the last skincare product you bought where the price tag didn't match what was actually in the bottle? Drop it in the comments and subscribe if you want more of these price breakdowns.